can't defeat me. Believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim,
the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. Yes, I think I am. You can shout now. That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn. I'm glad you're on our side.
Have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing
Need
no
something?
trouble. A
All
woman,
we ask
a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding... We are not welcome here in White. So we will be in Rorik's. It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk.
I don't care what you're doing. After
cannot
what
hide
happened,
from
you're
us, man.
lucky I don't toss you in jail.
I ain't done nothing.
Here, you should put that weapon away.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. You've done a great service for me in my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Hrongar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn?
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenicci.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
What are you doing that for?
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be
Father
taking the
says
fight
I'm
to the
too young to train with the
Stormcloaks.
sword, so I practice with my fists.
I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human form. It means you can kill dragons and steal their power. Even speak with a dragon's voice, they say. There hasn't been a dragonborn seen in the land for centuries. Not since Talos himself walked his 7,000 steps to High Hrothgar. They live in seclusion on the slopes of the Throat of the World, the great mountain of Skyrim. They are masters of the Way of the Voice. If you really are Dragonborn, they're the ones who can teach you how to use your power. Maybe we'll meet in the field. Just pray we're on the same side.
One of the new servants? Remember that I like my meat rare. Absurd that you can't cook good sweet rolls in the skeever hole of a city.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Lead the way.
By Ysmir, we did it! We killed the dragon.
They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth.
Today, they take away your faith. But what of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing. The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Thalmor against its own people. So rise up, children of the Empire. Rise up, Stormcloaks. Embrace the word of mighty Talos, he who is both man and divine. For we are the children of man. We shall inherit both heavens and earth, and we, not the elves or their toadies, will rule Skyrim forever!
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
For only through your
Mister,
grace and
just
benevolence
1 gold,
may we
please?
truly
Oh,
reach
thank you.
and
Divines,
walk
bless your kind heart.
and deserve our praise you do.
It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, well. Thanks anyway, I suppose.
There has been talk amongst the guards that you are Dragonborn. If you're heading east, steer clear of Hilgrud's tomb. Think about those old crypts. The dead having trouble staying that way.
Welcome, child.
God bless you, Hela.
This is the Temple of Kynareth. The Gildegreen outside was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal.
Make it stop.
Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kynareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Feel better already.
You're the best.
Looking for my husband,
Can you be
Nazim?
my father?
Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
The future of
trouble with the Stormcloaks?
The finest cuts, fresh from the wild.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days?
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days. The hard work.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I hear. Come.
Need something?
Need something?
If you need potions, you should try Arcadia.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Trouble?
Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife with respect she deserves.
Embrace the word of mighty Talos, he who is both man and divine. For we are the children of man, and we shall inherit both heavens and earth. And we, not the elves or their ponies, will rule Skyrim forever.
Sometimes my wife's a good woman. She can be a little hard-headed sometimes, but I love her just the same.
Evgir Ornstad has come at last. The season unending. War.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning. That bard Mikhail is I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. You've got no... Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
Can you believe those pathetic gray names still show their face in public?
Mister, just 1 gold, please? Bye. I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days. Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather? Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything.
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
I spend a lot of time at the market stalls. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravan. Before my ma, I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than... You do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or... About the same as... The way I hear it. Yeah. It's got to be. Worst thing is... Nobody wants them in... Matter of fact, I do. They've been fair... And Denord knows a liar when she sees one.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know. Even if you are my elf.
Fruit
Need
and fresh
something?
vegetables for sale. Straight from the fields and orchards of Whiterun to your table.
Yeah. Need something?
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taken to fight to the Stormcloaks.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Come to
Father
Dragon's
says I'm
Reach
too
to
young to
discuss
train
the
with the
ongoing
sword,
hostilities.
so I practice
The
with my
rest of the
fists.
great warriors?
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists. Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late.
In the
Me,
skeever hole
I
of a
prefer my
city.
books and my
Absurd
spells.
that you can't cook good sweet rolls. In the skeever hole of a city. Absurd that you can't cook good sweet rolls. In the skeever hole of a city. Absurd that you can't cook good sweet rolls. In the skeever hole of a
Magic,
city.
don't you think? It is simply energy to be harnessed by those with the will and knowledge to do so.
Be careful.
Possibly be the Dragonborn of legend. Could you?
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. they want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Trouble?